I have 100,000 shares short, and this is the view of Rome. This is my ridiculous suite right here, and again. So right now I am up $1,000 on this MJNA.
All right, guys, time for our midday market recap. Finishing the morning, $5,514.64. This has just been a really great month.
You probably wish you were like these guys, but sadly, this is not you. Because there's a good chance you're missing the exact same insider moves the top 1% of traders use. I've studied a lot of elite traders' playbooks and kept spotting the same tactics over and over. Tactics that could be turning your small gains into huge wins. In this video, I'm revealing the 3 key strategies that I've discovered separate the top 1% from everyone else, breaking down exactly what they do differently and showing you how to plug those gaps in your own trading. So I watched this one trader who completely flipped my understanding of how to approach the markets. While everyone else was trying to hit home runs from day one, this guy started with the smallest positions you can imagine. I'm talking like 20 bucks per trade. At first, I thought he was being way too conservative, but then I realized what he was actually doing. He wasn't trying to get rich quick. He was building a skill. Every single day, he'd make these tiny momentum trades, catching stocks that were moving fast, but then getting out with small profits instead of holding and hoping. The crazy part was his volume. This dude was making over 100 trades some days, not because he was gambling, but because he found this sweet spot between momentum entries and quick scalp exits. His platform had really low fees, so he wasn't getting killed by commissions on all those trades. I watched him go from a small account to 6 figures just by being ridiculously consistent. Every funded milestone he hit was proof that slow and steady actually works better than swinging for the fences. Then there's this other trader who took a completely different approach but was just as successful. This guy focused on high-risk, high-reward plays. Fresh IPOs, SPACs, reverse splits, basically anything that could move dollars per share instead of pennies. But here's what blew my mind about his strategy. Early on, he used to hold these trades way too long, waiting for massive winners. He'd be up big and then watch his profits disappear because he got greedy. Eventually, he figured out that taking quick profits and moving that money into the next trade the following day was way more profitable than holding out for home runs. His whole thing became about timing, spotting stocks right before they were about to explode, not after they'd already moved. He used scanners like everyone else, but he'd developed this intuitive feel for which setups were actually going to work. It wasn't magic, just pattern recognition from spending so much time watching charts. The guy became a master at identifying momentum before it became obvious to everyone else. Now, the third approach I want to tell you about is probably the most intense. This trader only made moves when he was absolutely convinced something big was about to happen. And when he did trade, he went in with serious size. The psychology behind this strategy is fascinating. This trader had nerves of steel and a completely different philosophy. When he spotted a momentum setup he really believed in, he didn't mess around with small positions. He sized up big and committed to the trade. But what separated him from gamblers was his patience. When the market wasn't giving him clear, high-probability setups, he literally sat on cash for days or even weeks. No FOMO trades, no boredom trades. Nothing. He'd rather make zero than lose money on mediocre setups. His whole approach was thesis-driven. Before entering any trade, he'd have a clear hypothesis about why that stock was going to move and how far it might go. He wasn't just reacting to price action. He was predicting it based on real catalysts and market conditions. Since he focused mainly on penny stocks and low-priced names, he could exploit patterns that bigger traders couldn't touch. No commission fees meant he could take advantage of both tiny movements and massive swings without worrying about costs eating into his profits. Now, all 3 of these traders used completely different strategies, but when I dug deeper, I found they all shared the same core principles. These principles are actually more important than any specific strategy. Every single profitable trader I studied had this obsession with risk management from day one. They didn't learn this lesson after blowing up an account. They started with it. Small positions, manageable losses, treating their capital like it was the most precious thing in the world. They also chose consistency over home runs every single time. I know those stories about turning 1,000 into 100,000 in a week sound amazing. But the traders making real money were the ones grinding out steady gains month after month, turning 1,000 into 1,200, then 1,500, then 2,000. Not as exciting for social media, but way more profitable in reality. Each of them found one specific edge and mastered it completely. One guy mastered momentum scalping, another mastered IPO timing, the third mastered thesis-driven swings. They didn't try to be good at everything. They became exceptional at one thing and stuck with it. The other thing that surprised me was how much they obsessed over costs and position sizing. These traders spent more time thinking about risk management than they did about entries. They understood that anyone can find a decent setup, but only profitable traders know how to size it properly and manage it when things go wrong. I have to be honest with you though, none of these traders became profitable overnight. The momentum scalper started with tiny positions and slowly worked his way up through different account sizes. The IPO hunter had to learn the hard way that greed kills consistency. The thesis-driven trader had to develop the discipline to sit on his hands when conditions weren't perfect. What separated them from everyone else wasn't some special talent or inside information. It was their willingness to treat trading like a skill that takes time to develop. They paid their dues, learned from every mistake, and built their edge gradually over months and years. Most people want to skip straight to the profit part without going through the learning process. These successful traders understood that the learning phase is where you actually build the foundation for long-term profits. You can keep doing what you're doing, chasing hot tips, revenge trading after losses, hoping the next trade will fix everything. Or you can start thinking like these profitable traders. Pick one approach that makes sense to you. Start small, respect your risk, and focus on building consistency instead of chasing home runs. The market will be here tomorrow and next month and next year. The real tragedy is when traders run out of capital before they figure out what actually works. If this changed how you think about trading, hit subscribe and drop a comment about which approach you want to focus on. I've got more real trading breakdowns coming that cut through all the nonsense you see everywhere else. The top 1% aren't lucky and they're not smarter than you. They're just more disciplined and more patient. They focus on what actually matters instead of what looks exciting. You can do this too if you approach it the right way. Watch this video next.